Morning, you guys. Welcome to my class. My name is Mrs. Rodriguez, and this is our cute little bear panda who's going to be helping us out today since I don't have any kids in my classroom. Our world kind of right now is changing, and as you can see, a lot of times we're having to wear our masks. A lot of kids aren't able to go to school, and right now we're doing school digitally. So this will be my first time, so hopefully we can do this right, and it gives you at least an idea of how our morning time is going to go. So I want to welcome, we have some new kids in our class, and we have some new kids coming to our class, and we have our kids that have returned from last year. So I want to welcome Noah, DeAndre, Saya, Gracie, welcome Riley, and again I want to welcome Morgan and Leo. They were here last year, and I want to welcome any of the kids that have just come to watch the morning carpet time for our class. So since this is our first carpet time, I'm going to kind of tell you what we're going to be doing this morning, and we'll go through it step by step, but it'll kind of be the same each time you watch the video. So right now we're going to look at our calendar, and usually I have a job chart that's listed on my wall, and I usually have kids that are assigned a different job chart. I pick a name because we have our little names that have each one of your names on it, and I usually have somebody that does the pencils, make sure they're sharpened, our papers, make sure they're all passed out and helps me out. Our supplies, that's somebody that's going to be helping kids if they're missing scissors or if they need glue or pins, they'll go get it for them. I have somebody that is my line leader, so I'm one that opens the door, and they do it so gently. I have chairs. By the end of the day, after every class, we always push in our chairs. I have a messenger that will take any notes that I need to the office. The line leader, well, they're the ones going to be standing in front of the line and making sure everybody is walking nice and slow through the halls. And then I have somebody that does our plants. And our plants in the classroom have grown so much since last year, but we'll see that at another time. So for right now, we're going to look at our calendar. And our calendar, we're going to be starting in September. So September, it starts with the 1st and it goes to the 30th this month, okay? We do have Labor Day on the 7th, so we have a special day in which we won't have school that day. And this month is also a special month because we're switching from the hot summer months to our cooler months, and we'll go into fall. So we'll actually have our summer to fall, and that changes on the 22nd. What we also do with our calendars, we look outside, so wherever you guys are at, you look outside and you go, wow, is it, well, let's look at some of our cards. I have 4 different cards. Is it cloudy outside? So look outside. Sometimes it's really cloudy. Sometimes it's really clear. Is it snowy? We love snow. Is it cold? Well, is it cold right now? We'll have to look. Or is it sunny? Well, out my window, it looks like another sunny day. So I'm going to put up sunny on our chart here. Perfect. Now, I usually have somebody sitting next to me in our reading chair when I read a book. But for right now, little Penny the Panda is going to help us read our book today. Now, we're going to be doing Ready, Set, School. Okay? All right. Let's see what happens in this book. Now, if you notice, I have a whole bunch of books here on my shelf, and they're all talking about kind of the first day of school, new starting school, learning some new friends. So we'll have to find out what we're going to be reading. So deep inside
his trout-shaped sleeping bag, Rory was hiding from his parents. Rory, his mama and papa called as they searched every crevice in their hollow tree home to find him. Hey, little bandit, time to go to Ramona's house. Rory didn't move a whisker, even when he heard his papa clambering up the branches to Rory's room. "Rory," Pop called. "I know you're up there somewhere. You'll miss the apple and sardine pie your aunt is making just for you. The moon's coming up. Your cousins are going to go play in the dark without you. As you know, raccoons stay awake all night. During the dark, they work and play." But Rory just crossed his paws and snuggled down deeper into his sleeping bag. His favorite goldfish pajamas were packed inside, along with his Rocket Raccoon comic book. Everything was ready for Rory's sleepover, except Rory. Just then, he heard a soft voice say, "I see a little round lump in that sleeping bag." "Rory, my trout pal, come on out. That was Mama." "We're going to be late," said another voice. That was Papa. Twice a year at midnight, Rory's parents went out to a gourmet garbage party. They tipped over all the trash cans behind the fanciest houses. It was a dressy event, and all the raccoons spent days getting their fur done and their claws buffed. Usually Grandma Rebecca stayed with Rory, but tonight she was going with his parents, and Rory had to stay over at his Aunt Ramona's house. When he first heard about his sleepover, Rory was excited about staying with his twin cousins, Roy and Ray. Then he remembered it would be his first day away from home. Rory knew he wasn't a baby kid anymore. He just couldn't admit that he wanted to go. Still, he didn't feel happy when his parents weren't nearby. And just in 1 week, he would be starting school at Remarkable Raccoon Servant School. He would learn all sorts of new things, such as garage door safety and how to tell if round red things were balloons or pieces of fruit. He would learn how to open garden gates with his paws and bury food in cold places. He would learn stories and songs. He'd have to walk across the big field with Ralph and Rita, his friends who lived on a golf course, and take his lunch in his Rocket Raccoon pack. He'd be at school every night almost until morning. He had to be ready, and staying over at Aunt Ramona's house was the best way to practice. Rory did worry about being at school all night, but he worried more about being away from home. That's why he finally decided to hide. "When did he come out at last?" Mom and Papa asked. "Ready, set, go?" Rory yelled, "No!" "Why not, Bandit?" Papa asked. Rory said, "I changed my mind. Anyhow, why do you have to go? Don't you love me more than some dumb garbage party? Can't I come too?" His parents shook their heads again and smiled. "Rory," Mama said, there's no one we love more than you, but gourmet garbage parties aren't for kids, and you know you wouldn't want to disappoint your cousins. They're expecting you. Raccoons live in families and depend on one another. It's not if we were cats or something," Papa added then. "You do love your aunt and uncle, and your cousin have the biggest dead tree in the woods. 20 whole branches. And you know what? I bet they'll let you stay up until the sun rises." "Well, I hope they don't stay up too late in the morning," Mama said. "Roy and Rory are forest kids. They're a little wild," Mama said. Ramona lets them hang from branches by their feet. Hang by their feet? Some of these things didn't sound so bad. Rory started to roll up his sleeping bag. He followed his mom and papa down the branches, but as soon as his paws touched the ground, big fat tears started rolling down his cheeks. His papa and mama rushed to hug him. "Maybe he has a tummy ache," Papa said to Mama. "That watermelon rind he had for dinner didn't look very rotten to me. It was practically squishy," Mama said. "Just right for a growing boy. I wouldn't give my little kid anything that would hurt him." "I don't have a tummy ache," Rory yelled, "and I'm not a little kid. So I just don't like new places, so I'm not going there. So there." "What's really bothering you, Rory?" Mama asked. "Well, it's really that you might never come back," Rory admitted. Garbage parties aren't safe for parents either, Papa Nut. My folks went to gourmet garbage parties, and when I was a kid, I used to get scared of that same thing. Every time my folks tried to take me to Grandma Randall's, I'd pick up a fuss. But when I finally went, I had so much fun fishing that I couldn't wait to go back. New things can be scary, but when you try them, most of the time they're fun. Rory thought that over. If Pop could do it, well, he could. So off the family went. Down the driveways and across the golf course and into the woods. And surprise, he had a great time. Rory and his cousins caught minnows and slid in the mud. They hung from by their toes and stayed up way past daylight. Rory didn't forget his parents, but he never felt like crying to go home. He had barely settled down in his sleeping bag when his mom and dad picked him up right on time. Papa carried him home, and he woke feeling fine. His parents brought him 2 big cookies, missing only one mite, and an old rubber boot to keep his bottle cap collection in. But the best part was that Roy didn't feel like a fraidy kid anymore. He started counting the days until school. When the morning before school finally came, Roy packed all his school supplies in his Rocket Raccoon backpack. He packed brand new sticks for prying open cans, a water bottle, and something special for show and share. He chose his broken cat collar with the 5 bells. Before bed, he helped Mom make his lunch. "Now, Rory," Mommy said, "don't forget to wash your paws and rinse your apple cores and broken eggs 3 times. And be careful not to get your prying sticks near the eyes." At night, Rory's friends Ralph and Rita came to pick him up at his tree. But his parents wanted to walk with them across the golf course. "We're not really going for you," Mom explained. "We just saw some old paper plates with ketchup on them over by the clubhouse that we wanted to rip up." "Okay," Rory said. "Ready, set, go?" But Mom and Papa yelled, "No!" "You can go to school next year when you're bigger," Mama said. "It might be best to stay home a little longer," Papa said. Rory gave it a big hug and stepped away. "Papa and Mama, you know, I have to learn all the things you learned at school. Fishing and scratching and tipping trash cans and everything. After all, I'm not a little kid anymore," Rory's friend. Rory's parents nodded bravely, but when he turned away one last time, Papa started sniffling. Mama had a tear in her eye. "Golly, don't cry," Rory said. Most new things are scary, right, Papa? You just have to give them a try, and it will be fine. You'll see, and don't worry, I won't be late, just like you weren't late when you went out. I'll think I'll like school, but home will still be my favorite place," Papa said. "I think our Rory is ready to go," Mama said. You're sure you're all set?" Rory took a deep breath and said, "Yes!"
That's the end of our story called Ready, Set, School. Now, what kind of an animal was he? This little bandit, they kept calling him. Do you guys know what it is? I don't know. When you see a little bandit animal, it usually has a little raccoon face attached to it, but it's a good little story. Okay. Now, we're going to be talking about our first letter that we're going to start with. And so I have our special letter here. Can you guys see that? It goes up, it goes down. a line in the middle, and it's an A. Can you guys say A? Now, how does an A sound? If I say, let's see, an apple. Can you guys say A for apple? Well, that would be your A. Now, the lowercase a looks a little different. And I have a special tree that's going to help us with our letters. Now, in this little box, I'm going to open it up. And I have the letter lowercase a. Okay? Well, we'll let our little panda hold that. And we're going to put it on our, do you guys know what kind of tree this is? It's got little coconuts. So it's a coconut tree. But we're going to put our letter A, so that's our lowercase a, and it's got the same A sound as we're talking about for apple. Very good. So we'll hang that little. And pretty soon, our coconut tree is going to be filled up. So it's going to be all filled up. Now, with my kindergarten class, you guys are going to be learning some special words, and they're called sight words. So we have 10 sight words that my kindergarten class will be learning, and my first and second grade class, you'll have a list as well that we're going to talk about too. But it's good to review all the way up the letters that we're going to be learning. So, do you guys know what letter that is? It's an I. Now, what word is this one? N-O. Now let's sound it out. N-O. No. Y-E-S is yes. U-P is up. I-T is it. A-M is am. A-T is at. T-H-E is the. W-E is we. Here's 3. C-A-N, an, can. Okay, so those are the words that we're going to be doing every morning at carpet time. Okay? Now, for my second graders, we're going to read those words for you too. Okay, so we have also, color, home, red, must, think, am, could, house, and name. And the kids that are in my class, you will actually get a list of sight words that you'll be doing each week as well. So we want to memorize those words, so when we're reading our books, and you guys, especially my kindergartners that start reading, it makes it easy because you already know those words right when you look at it. So, very good. Now, in this box, we're going to do some counting because I know how well you guys know how to count. Now, the number that we're working on this week is the number 1. And number 1 is a straight line. So, if I get my board out, well, let's first do our A. So our A goes up, down, line in the middle. Okay, and that's our lowercase a for A. So our number 1 goes just like that. Now sometimes you'll see a little line here, a little line here, but really we just do our number 1. So that's our number 1. So I want you to practice doing number 1s and your A's at home. when I don't see you. So, I have a whole bunch of these ladybugs in my hand. Wow, how many ladybugs do I have? Let's see, can you guys guess on how many I have? Can you guys look and see which hand has more or less than I have? Which one do you think has more? Can you point? Oh, this one does. This one's hard because I'm trying to hold them all. And this one has less or fewer. So let's count how many we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Did you guys count 21? Can you count that high? Very good. All right. Well, I have one last thing I want you guys to learn. Now, we're going to be doing some sign language throughout our weeks as well. Now, we're going to be learning from A all the way to Z. So, to do sign language, you're going to do this for your A. Can you make a fist? And can you put your thumb up? That is A. Now, animal. Can you do this for animal? And apple. Can you show me animal and apple? Very good. Now, show me your A in sign language. Very good. So we're going to be learning each time a sign language that goes with the letter. So I'm so glad that you guys were able to do carpet time with me today. And it'll be different each time, but we will always do the calendar. We'll read a special book, so we'll always be doing some things that are different and some things that are the same. And I will see you next time. Bye.